everyone, it's Miri Carbundance, and we're here with the What I Eat Now on the 8th of January, which is 1 week ago. And so this is... Actually, it was the... I don't know, I should keep it private for that person, but we had something to celebrate in my family, and I was in my family with my husband together, and actually all of my family were together, and it was so nice. And it was one of the first visits in my family where I just felt so detached from food and movement, and I just joined in everything. And before, there used to be times where I avoided going to my family because I just didn't know how I would be able to just eat whole foods all of the time, and without me being the weirdo. And even if someone made a super nice vegan chili, what do I do if there's oil in it and stuff? And even that, now, it just seems like, I got to the point throughout the year where I was really able to do that, no problem. But the thing is, I would always still eat something different. So that's really important. So for me, I found out it's not a problem for me. It has never been a problem for me that I eat differently from other people. Because also, for example, every vegan does that kind of. If you have a family gathering, and in the end, people don't really care about what you have on your plate anyway. And so that has never been an issue for me. My issue that I really had to come to terms with myself was that if I was brutally honest with myself, no compromises, then I had to admit that I actually, when I was eating these things, even the extra made vegan food for me and my husband, then I would feel deprived. I actually wanted to have something else. I wanted to have what they were eating. I wanted to have, so many times these foods were the much more dense foods. For example, I don't know what, I never had the control over the situations what I would have. There would always be some vegan alternative, no problem. That was never a problem, but that was the only option then for me. Or maybe an apple, but it was never like that. Never what my brain actually screamed for. And my brain screamed for the non-vegan stuff that the others were eating. Maybe the cake, or, the burger and the fries, or the pizza they had, because the vegan pizza that was ordered was shitty, or whatever. Just the mental hunger. It was yes, I have something to eat, but to be honest, I want that food and not my food. And so, I'm rambling too much. So this was such a great weekend, and I was just joining in with the breakfast, and just eating how my 8-year-old self would have eaten. Just without thinking. I tried to just shut off my brain and just pretend as if I had never known all the knowledge. I had never learned everything, and do we even know if everything is true that we have learned? Everyone can write something on the internet today. Nowadays, it's just in the re-recovery mode that I'm in now. I just, I still have the voice, but I just shut it off. I just punch it away. I just do the exact opposite. And I pretend as if curries had never mattered to me. I pretend as if I'm the young Miri girl that I once was, and I was just carefree and not even giving one thought about all of these topics. So this is the yeast cake. My mom really makes nice yeast cakes, and it's with butter. and it's real butter and not margarine. And I had 2 of these, I still remember, or like 3, I don't even know, but I just, I haven't taken as much photos on the day because I don't want to ruin any kind of moments by me having to take photos all of the time. I'm just giving you an idea. And so here I also was a little bit too fast. It's not really a good photo. Yeah. Then I had a bun with, this is like a self-made dip. It's with quark and then some special salt and spices. And there we have an egg muffin, kind of. Someone baked these, and I just have to do the opposite. And so my brain says, well, there are safer foods than eggs. I'm not going for all of the oats and stuff. Like, I used to make myself oats when everyone else had eaten like buns and bread and spreads and all of that stuff, and I used to be the only one who made the oatmeal, so I can be fuller sooner with less calories because of the volume, because oatmeal is much more voluminous in comparison to bread and stuff. And I just felt safe with that. No, we're not doing that now. So this is cheese. It's very delicious cheese. It's not the one from the supermarket. It's from, like, my family used to get that from downtown all of the time, like in the village. It is it is so much better than the one you buy at the supermarket. And then, yeah, this is the egg muffin. It's looking kind of cute. We notice we have orange juice here, liquid calories. And we also have, this is real coffee, like in terms of with caffeine. And I can tolerate it. I used to be so intolerable regarding coffee. And here we have, we have the jam and quark below that. I've never craved this one until a few days ago, actually, like the last couple weeks, like in my recovery, because my brain is just always went for chocolate, all of the most fear foods, like the most fearful foods that I've ever had. And that's what I always went for. But like, it's very new that I'm also craving like fruity stuff on my bread. And I think it's because, I've like the extreme hunger is behind me, and I'm kind of like all of these high calorific like chocolate thingies, the ones that my brain always saved as fear foods, like my highest fear foods, they don't have the power over me anymore. They are not as attractive to me anymore as they were in the beginning of my recovery half a year ago. And now, I still love them and I still have them on a regular basis, but I also fancy some different stuff. So that's really cool to see and to notice. And no, this is not fresh orange juice. It's just one bottled orange juice. I used to feel that as well. Some tomatoes. Oh, and I actually put the cheese on top of the jam. I'm still finding out what I really like also taste-wise. This is really crazy for me because I used to think that this is disgusting. And I'm just finding out, I'm like a child finding out what they actually like finding out what foods there are in the real world. It's crazy to me, but I just let it happen, So this was some time later with, I also had, that was the next day, but yeah, I showed the coffee and there was also milk in it, full fat dairy milk. Have nothing to say about that anymore. This is like some sausage, there's potato salad, and I think it's with eggs. I love that so much, I don't even know, and I don't even care, and that is so freeing for me. It's so liberating. Like, my husband yeah, I just admire that he's so, like, he never had these cravings outside of the vegan foods. I was always looking at, like, when I had like my own like vegan food little dish, and I saw all of these buffet options, I was like, wow, I would like to have that too. But I didn't notice back then that I would like to have them, because my the eating disorder voice would be so loud and tell me that I'm doing so well and this is so great, and I would feel so good about that I'm eating healthier than everyone else. And this is like, I was always justifying to myself, this is all worth it, like, we are healthier, we are more athletic, we look like we are the best version of ourselves. And it's just, but like, in a deep, like, my deep desire was to also just be with everyone else and just try all of the other foods. And that's what I was doing here. Had another egg muffin, like, it's with toast and bacon in there, I think. So this was a lentil soup. It's a vegan lentil soup. And yeah, with tomatoes also. And I'm not like someone who goes huge on any kind of meat or sausage, but this is just, it has to be part of me. I just on purpose choose the food that is most scary to me. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm just doing the complete opposite. And let me know if this is helpful for you. So my eating disorder voice, like, it would say, or it is still saying, but I'm just not listening to it, like, just not listening to it until it is just gone completely. It would say, like, what are you doing? Like, this is so calorific. There's so much fat and cholesterol and protein. Like, just eat the lentil soup and many, many tomatoes, and, and I'm just shutting it off. This was a coffee, like, cake that we had. It's rocher, as you can see, cake with cream, and this is an almond yeast cake. I just went with a more scary one. This was another piece of cake I had. It's cream and chocolate and raspberries. Yeah, nice. And this was actually my dinner. I just felt like orange. There's orange in there and tangerines, and it's a lot of normal full-fat yogurt, like dairy yogurt, and then this kind of muesli, and with some peanut butter and with some cocoa powder here. And that satisfied me so much. Like, everyone was kind of eating what they wanted. And we had a game night as a whole family, and I had some red wine with my mom together and enjoyed it so much. Didn't used to do that before. I would be the one drinking the water and no alcohol. And so this just made me so happy. And this, I was too fast, but this is an ice cream, like a bowl of ice cream. Everyone had some ice cream, like everyone who wanted, and there were people who didn't want it. And that is when the eating disorder voice comes in and says, well, then we should not have it either. Like, we are eating so much anyway. We are eating more than some other people here. And it's like, well, no, I'm just going, I fancied it, I had it. And this was some almond marzipan ice cream, and then another flavor, it was salty caramel. Super nice. And then a little bit later, I had some Baileys with my mom also. I used to love Baileys so much, and I haven't had it for years, for a decade even, and it's so nice. And it's, it's liquid calories and alcohol and not a health food and whatever you want, but it's delicious and it made me happy, and it's not gonna kill me, and it's not going to kill you. So post down below, do you like Baileys? No, but whatever, post down below your opinions and your requests, also what I should be going into. Okay, I will see you next video. Bye.